Hi, Vu. Thank you for your essays. Now, let's have a look at what we have in the first essay about um, activities that develop creativity versus reading, right? In order to fully develop, children require more activities than just reading. Nice start. I totally support this idea that there are more than just academic abilities, only which reading can provide. This essay will take console games and sports to illustrate and prove the above argument. Okay, that's a very nice turn in the thesis statement. Yes. I would just like to remark that this second sentence is a bit confusing. I totally support the idea that there are more than just academic abilities only. You probably mean I totally support the idea that there are more than only not only academic activities can foster creativity and let's say help a child develop important skills. Um, because something is missing, something from the contrast that we're looking at, right? So creative activities versus reading is missing from the sentence. So perhaps you could add that creative activities part here. Okay, I wouldn't say this essay will take console games. This essay will discuss console games and sports to illustrate and prove the above argument. I would say it's discuss. Firstly, although reading has numerous benefits, such as this, and that, I would say. So you would have to say such as. Playing electronic game consoles can develop skills that reading alone cannot provide. Okay. We have provide here and provide here. Perhaps we could think of a synonym, right? This is because playing game consoles, how about we provide a synonym to playing computer games, let's say, or video games, which is a synonym, playing allows children to improve their sensory motor skills. I hope this is a term, right? Which may find difficulty to improve by just reading. Which may be difficult to improve by just reading. I can see that you're trying to be softer here, and you don't want to sound categorical, like impossible to improve. But, you can't really improve motor skills while reading, just holding the book. So feel free to say which are impossible to be improved by just reading. For example, research from Harvard University shows that children who spend more than 2 hours a week on console games such as PlayStation and Nintendo perform better in the hand-eye coordination test than those who do not play or play less. Impressive, perfect sentence. This is a perfect sentence. I just admire the quality of writing in this sentence. Awesome. Therefore, it is beneficial for children to play console games and develop areas that would be impossible to be developed via reading. Again, you say areas, but you really have to say what exactly. Well, what does reading do? You can say, you can add other synonyms to the concept of motor skills or hand-eye coordination, but you really have great topical vocabulary here. This is really appropriate use of all the topical words. Secondly, reading only focuses on children's academic skill sets. I would say on children's academic skill set. Or if you think there are more than one, why not? Whereas physical activities can develop children's social capabilities, I would say can also develop children's social capabilities. Okay. This is due to the fact that these activities, especially sports, introduce more dynamics like teamwork and leadership. You don't need the plural here, no. In particular, basketball, football, or any other team sport encourage uh, children to learn how to share responsibilities, collaborate with each other, motivate and assist other team members. I am in love with your style in here. This is an impressive, perfectly written sentence. Therefore, physical activity, you don't really always have to say activities. You can say activity at generalized, should not be neglected to complete children's overall development. I wouldn't say complete, I would say achieve rather. In conclusion, I strongly agree that other than reading alone, activities like sports and playing console games add benefits to children's development. In the near future, more activities like these will be incorporated into the school's official curriculum. Okay. Um, I would say you should add something, I don't know, expressing your opinion of something like, I am hopeful that in the near future more activities like this will be incorporated, because the way you say it here, it's categorical, it's direct, and it's factual. We can't say that it is 100% so. I'm not sure what you mean here. I strongly agree that other than reading alone, you can say that I strongly agree that um, apart from reading, activities like sports and playing console games add benefits to children's development. Or you can say that despite reading alone, and then the rest. Oh, anyway, so this is a very good essay. This is a very good beginning. And I think if you fix the minor issues that I have outlined here, this will become a truly very good essay. So keep up the great work. Keep up your beautiful style and your great command of topical vocabulary. And let's have a look at the second essay. Yes, I really like the way you brainstorm for your essay. There are arguments whether school should be structured in a serious or in a more relaxed and amusing format. Personally, I firmly support the opinion that schools should introduce exciting activities for better students' engagement and learning capabilities. This essay will use examples of classroom interactive activities and school outings to demonstrate and support the above opinion. Okay, what do we have here? We have great ideas, great vocabulary, like outings, like interactive activities, format, good words. But this paragraph, this introduction needs a bit of polishing. So there is a debate whether schools should be uh, using, I wouldn't say structured in a serious format. This is not really a natural use of vocabulary. Whether schools should adopt a serious or a more relaxed, comma, amusing format. I would rather say I say it like this. Okay. Introduce exciting activities. Um, to I would say to motivate students' engagement and foster learning capabilities. And the last sentence is great. Firstly, although the primary role of schools is to educate, classroom interactive activities are beneficial to students' engagement. You have repeats, students' engagements and interactive activities. I know that these are very, very important expressions in here, but you really have to find a way not to repeat yourself because this is very visible. This is because these activities allow students to happily participate in and be immersed from the theoretical lessons, which normally are quite dreary. Nice words. Uh, I'm not sure we can use it like this. No. Let's try and fix this. This is because these activities allow students to happily happily participate in, let's say, class projects or to participate together with the guidance under the guidance of the instructor or teacher, and be free or let's say escape from the theoretical from the tedious theoretical lessons which are typically, I would say normally, typically quite dreary. In other words, the number of students participating in each class has been doubled with activities, has doubled, I would say, has doubled once activities such as role-playing, quizzes, and competitions started being used. The only thing missing here is where exactly. Where did you take this example from? Because you are stating a fact that something is happening in some classrooms. What country? What time? Why? I can't see the context, and it's not believable once we don't see the context. Therefore, it is important to incorporate interesting in-class activities to add more excitement to students' learning journey. Very good explanation, but this explanation needs to be supported by a specific localized example. Once you do that, this will become a much better paragraph. Secondly, school outings have also been recognized as an effective alternative studying method in improving students' learning capability. You used this before, I would simply drop this part. And I wouldn't say that school outings are a studying method. They are an instruction method. When you study, you do the studying. When you organize school outings, you actually teach. I mean, this is the instructor who organizes them. This is due to the fact that students are given opportunities to experience the lessons or to experience learning via real-life experiments and observation. I would say learning here instead of lessons. Given a study, no. I would say according to a study from Harvard University, more than 70% of students who have participated in National Science Museum tour can describe correctly more than 20 different bird species, whereas only 15% of their counterparts can do the same. Who are the counterparts? What didn't they do? They didn't go to the National Science Museum, or they didn't go on field trips. How exactly? In consequence, given the real experience and relation, what do you mean by this relation? Field trips outperform the formal in-class delivery. Okay, I would say the formal approach in terms of in-class delivery. Okay, in-class instruction delivery. Okay, very, very nice vocabulary again. But again, we really have to fix some of the small issues here. A little bit of sentence structure, a little bit of grammar errors, a little bit of vocabulary precision. To conclude from the given examples and arguments, I strongly believe that more exciting school curriculum should be designed in order to improve students' overall performance by raising their in-class participation rate and promoting their recall memory. Okay, are you sure? You have just said that this should be done via student outings and using interactive activities. Okay. Because by means of what? So make sure that here you place the methods and means that you described in the body paragraphs. In the near future, it is expected to see, I would say it could be expected to see that more classes will be extended beyond the physical classrooms and traditional mode of delivery. Exceptional use of teaching and learning related vocabulary, but be careful with the precision of the use of this vocabulary. Great examples of this is what I meant by a very clear example. But again, where are the students from? Are these UK students, or are they students in another country? And the research was just done in Harvard University. So remember, support your great arguments and explanations with appropriate, detailed, precise, well-set examples, and your essay will become exceptional. Thank you, and all the best of luck in the future.